Marv. You can put the screen back on us. All right, so 5 minutes left of the episode. I just want to hear each of your thoughts, and let's see what happens. So you want to start? Who wants to start?
I can start.
Yeah.
It's a top 5 One Piece theory, and I totally think it's true. That's for real.
Yeah.
Like, I'm dead serious. I was convinced with the numbers. I was even more convinced with the translation of the words. And again, we have to take a lot of this at face value because I don't speak Japanese, so I can't fact check these things myself.
Yeah.
But Ohara's my boy, man. Wano report all day. So
Yeah.
I believe it.
Honestly, I'm trying to make sense of it. It sounds dope. I kind of don't believe it. I'm trying to make sense of it because a lot of things that I'm trying to map out in my head that at first I watched it. This is the third time I just watched it, or he was saying where I was trying to make sense where because I was understanding what he was saying, but like the ancient city because also I was looking into like they came from the moon, right? And I had to map out because Nolan came 400 years after Joy Boy, and it talked about Joy Boy and the Promised and everything. So I was trying to piece it all together. To me, I still need more time to piece it all together if it is true, because there's not really loopholes, but like things that are not clear to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, to me, it was like I don't take it fully as like fact yet, or like it's so great because I'm still putting it together because there's a lot of things I'm thinking about too, because even too I just learned. The Sky P, like Enel, Enel's group, like his race, and Shondorans, and the Sky P people, they all came from the moon. I didn't know that. I thought it was just them.
Yeah.
But all three, there's 3 different tribes that came from the moon, and they were all at war with each other. And the Shangarians, whatever,
Shandorians,
they.
I don't need them to rip me on TikTok.
they stayed on Eastwood until they got shot back up to the sky.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So it's a no for you. It's a yes for me.
I'm
Like,
not too sure. I think I've seen a couple theories. This one's really good because there's so much research and the wordplay as well kind of convinces you. But I didn't have that same feeling of spoiling that I did when I watched this other YouTube video about the Atom Tree. And you remember when we watched that and I was like, yo, I can't watch this anymore.
That was the Return to the Reverie theory. I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, I can't watch this anymore because I feel like I'm actually being spoiled right now. With this one, I didn't feel it at first. And I still don't feel it. I've watched it like 5 times. So I don't really believe in the theory too much. But if it is true, I mean, it doesn't really affect the story. And I think that's important. Like, if this was a theory where it truly made me say, wow, like, I got spoiled. Like, I know what One Piece is. Like, this doesn't say what One Piece is. This just says where the One Piece may be.
Yeah.
And for us to make this whole U-turn back into Ennis Lobby will probably lead us to Laboon and, whatever happening. And probably to All Blue, too. It just makes it feel like, hey, this is going to happen maybe, but nothing's actually happening.
Yeah.
So I don't feel spoiled. I feel more or less content and, beast.
Dude, if it's real, Oda's like different. Like
That's the thing too.
insane.
So this is where it comes into play where I'm like, we've read books when we were in school. We've looked at many other stories and was just like, yo, this is so attractive because everything connects. Like the world building is insane. If this is true, this is by far the most inhuman story I've ever read in my entire life, no matter if it's real or if it's like cartoon or anime or whatever. This is future planning to the point where I don't think even if I was smarter by like 300 points, like I'm going to think of this.
Yeah.
This is like, he must have thought this through from the very beginning. The only thing he didn't have fleshed out was how hockey was going to look.
Yeah. He's like the Vegapunk of authors at this point.